Okay, in this video, we are going to do some guided practice. These are easier problems, and the topic is distribution only. Okay, here's the first problem for you to solve. It's asking you to simplify the expression 3 times the quantity x plus 5. Go ahead and hit pause if you need more time. Alright, here we go. First I take my 3 and I multiply it to x. 3 times x. Then I take my plus and I bring it down. So I get my plus. And then I take my 3 and I multiply it to 5. 3 times 5. And from there I just have to simplify. 3 times x is 3x. My plus comes down, and 3 times 5 is 15. And I'm done. Here's problem number 2. You are asked to simplify the expression negative 2 times the quantity b plus 5. Go ahead and hit pause if you need more time. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take my negative 2 and multiply it to b, and I'll get negative 2 times b, and then my plus sign that connects b plus 5 just comes down, so there's the plus, and then I'm going to take negative 2 and multiply it to 5, negative 2 times 5. Notice that I kept the negative with my 2. I didn't get rid of the negative. You've got to keep the negative there. Alright, let's simplify. Negative 2 times b is negative 2b. And let's see, my plus sign is going to come down. And then I've got negative 2 times 5, which is going to be negative 10. And I'm almost done. When I have a plus and a minus right next to each other, plus and a minus next to each other, the plus goes away, and I'm left with negative 2b minus 10 as my answer. Okay, here's problem number 3. You are asked to simplify the expression 7 times the quantity x minus 4. Go ahead and hit pause if you need more time. Alright, let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is take 7 and multiply it to x. 7 times x. And then I'm going to take the minus that connects x minus 4, and I'm going to bring it down. And then I'm going to take 7 and I'm going to multiply it to 4. 7 times 4. Alright, now I simplify. 7 times x is 7x. The minus comes down, and 7 times 4 is 28. There's nothing else for me to simplify, and so I'm done. The answer is 7x minus 28. Problem number 4. You are asked to simplify the expression negative 7 times the quantity negative x plus 3. Go ahead and hit pause if you need more time. Alright, let's get started. I start with my negative 7 and I times it to my negative x. Negative 7 times negative x. Then I have my plus that connects negative x and 3, and I bring it down. And then I get my negative 7 and I multiply it to 3. Negative 7 times 3. From here I just have to simplify. Negative 7 times negative x. Well, a negative times a negative is a positive. 7 times x is 7x. The plus sign just comes down, and I have negative 7 times 3. Well, negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. And now let's simplify things. Well, instead of saying plus 7x, I just write 7x. And when I have a plus and a minus next to each other, I keep the minus and 21. So the answer is 7x minus 21. Here's the last practice problem for the video. You are asked to simplify the expression negative 2 times the quantity negative x minus 10. Go ahead and hit pause if you need more time. Alright, the first thing I do is I take negative 2 and I multiply it to negative x. Negative 2 times negative x. Then the minus that connects negative x and 10 comes down. And then I will take my 2 and I will multiply it to 10. Negative 2 times 10. You'll notice that I separated this sign from this number. That helps me. You don't have to do it that way, but that's what helps me. Alright, well let's go ahead and simplify what we have. I have negative 2 times negative x, which is a positive 2x. My negative comes down that connects them. And then I have negative 2 times 10, which is a negative 20. I'm not quite done yet because I have two negatives touching. My 2x comes down. A negative next to a negative gives me a positive, and then my 20 comes down, and that's the answer. Alright, that's the end of this video. If you need more practice, there's some Khan Academy practice that you can do in addition to this practice problem that we have now. Good luck.